You are afraid of the dark. When the room goes completely black, something old wakes up. Your eyes move toward the corners, even though you know there is nothing there. You know there is nothing there, and yet, that feeling is not a flaw. It is 50,000 years old. It kept your ancestors alive through the most dangerous nights in human history, perfectly preserved. Because evolution does not delete what worked. Modern psychology spent decades treating ancient fears like problems to be solved. Get therapy. Reframe the thought. Breathe through it. What neuroscience has been quietly confirming for 30 years is something different. Your fears are not irrational. They are simply out of context. The fear of darkness, heights, snakes, being alone, being rejected. Everyone is a perfectly calibrated ancient alarm system, built over millions of years, tested against actual lethal threats, handed to you. Your fear didn't get the update. The world changed. The fear didn't. Let's start with the dark. Darkness was not an inconvenience. Darkness was a weapon used against them. All their daytime advantages disappeared. Leopards, most active at dawn and dusk, better equipped for darkness than humans, larger pupils, eyes designed for night hunting. The dark was their advantage, not yours. Ancient humans who treated darkness casually were at higher risk of not waking up. The humans who stayed alert in darkness, those humans survived. You have walls, locks, electric lights. Your nervous system doesn't know that. It is running the same ancient program, and when the lights go off, it activates. Now heights. A broken leg meant you couldn't run, couldn't hunt, couldn't escape. The nervous system activates before you get anywhere near the edge. That is the point. Standing on a glass floor at elevation, your body still responds even though your brain knows you are safe. The rational brain talks. The ancient brain screams. When the ancient brain screams, you listen, whether you want to or not. The fear of snakes and spiders reveals something profound about how fear actually works. Venomous snakes and spiders, among the most reliable causes of sudden death in the ancient world. You see the snake before you know you see it. Your body responds before your brain catches up, being cast out. The fear ancient humans may have felt more than any predator, social rejection, exile, being pushed to the outside of the group. For ancient humans, exile from the group was a death sentence. Social rejection activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. Your brain treats being left out like being hurt, because for 300,000 years it often was. When you replay a conversation wondering if you said the wrong thing, that disproportionate distress about being excluded from something that rationally doesn't matter much, that is an ancient survival alarm going off where the survival stakes no longer exist. Your fears are a map, a precise map of what was dangerous to humans for 300,000 years. Darkness, heights, fast creatures, being alone, being rejected. Everyone was genuinely, repeatedly, reliably lethal to your ancestors. You cannot argue yourself out of them because they were not built by logic. They were built by 300,000 years of humans who felt them and lived. Let's look at darkness more closely. The ancient night was not quiet. Lions, more successful hunters at night. Darkness was their advantage. Their eyes were built for darkness. Yours were not. Light sleeping in dangerous darkness was not a disorder. It was survival. You are a light sleeper. That is not a flaw. That is inherited nighttime vigilance. That slight hesitation before entering a dark room. Completely automatic. Completely ancient. The boundary of firelight was the boundary of safety. Beyond it, unknown, dangerous. The environment didn't change. The light did. Your body notices only the light. Ancient groups sat facing the darkness, backs to the fire, eyes on the threat perimeter. Horror movies recreate the ancient experience of facing darkness from a position of safety. That's why they work. Back to heights. The physical response is specific and immediate. A fall from height in the ancient world. No surgery, no treatment, often death. Broken from a fall, you couldn't follow the group when they moved. Left behind, alone. You stand on the glass floor. Your brain says safe. Your body disagrees. On an airplane. Statistically, the safest way to travel. Your ancient nervous system doesn't read statistics. The grip response. Hands seeking something solid. Ancient reflex. Snakes move in a very specific way. Ancient brains learn to detect that pattern automatically. Your brain scans for that pattern constantly. It fires on rope, on garden hose, on anything that moves similarly. Babies orient toward snakes before they can speak, before anyone taught them to fear. The fear is embedded before learning, deeper than experience. Evolutionary spiders too. The same pre-conscious detection. The same ancient hair trigger. In tall grass, a venomous snake gives almost no warning. Conscious detection would be too slow. Now the social fear. You see photos from a gathering you weren't at. Something fires. In the ancient world, that feeling mapped directly to being pushed out of the group. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference between ancient exile and a social media notification. The anterior cingulate cortex lights up for physical pain and social rejection equally. This is not metaphorical. Social rejection produces actual neurological pain. In the ancient world, the pain of rejection led almost immediately to the danger of isolation. Modern social rejection carries no such physical danger. The pain arrives anyway. The anxiety about what people think, the replaying of conversations. In the ancient world, monitoring social standing was critical survival intelligence. You are still running that social radar, constantly. Whether you want to or not, even in moments of enjoyment, part of your system is reading the room, always. What it was, protecting the warmth, safety, and support of belonging. That need didn't go anywhere. The gathering, the belonging, the being known. The ancient social brain now monitoring hundreds of digital connections simultaneously. The brain evolved to manage 50 close relationships. Now monitoring 500, the system is overloaded. Social media exhaustion. Not a character weakness, a hardware limitation. The the fear of dark enclosed spaces, multiple ancient alarms activating together. Darkness plus enclosed space equals multiple threat systems activated at once. The startle reflex, a sound behind you triggers full body response before conscious thought. A book falling triggers the same ancient alarm as a predator in the bush. Same system, nighttime driving, a circle of light moving through darkness. The ancient setup, hearing the house settle at night, getting up to check. That is ancient perimeter monitoring. Same behavior, different house, 50,000 years apart. Same nervous system. The anxious thought that arrives during a good moment. Your threat monitoring system never fully powers down. Ancient humans could never fully relax. Something always had to watch. You go on vacation to relax. Part of your system is still watching, still monitoring. Even in meditation, thoughts intrude. The ancient watchman does not take days off. Racing heart, tight chest, shallow breathing. Ancient physiology in modern life. In the ancient context, those sensations prepared your body for survival action. Perfect. In a traffic jam, those same sensations have nowhere to go. The energy builds with no outlet. Ancient fear had a completion cycle. Modern anxiety often doesn't. The body stays activated. Understanding this doesn't eliminate the fear, but it changes the relationship to it. Not a disorder, not weakness, an inheritance from every ancestor who survived long enough to pass it on. All of them gave you this. You are not broken. You are the product of 300,000 years of successful survival. Ancient humans processed their fears together around the fire, out loud. That's why horror is better with other people. The ancient processing works through shared experience. Naming a fear and sharing it reduces its intensity, not because magic, because that's how the ancient system was designed to process it. The darkness alarm finds its trigger anywhere the light fails. Parking garage, dim light, enclosed, isolated, multiple ancient alarms simultaneously. Enclosed dark spaces were ambush territory for ancient predators. The alarm is correct. Your peripheral vision is tuned for threat detection. Movement at the edges. In tall grass, peripheral motion detection was often the difference between death and escape. In the modern office, it fires constantly for non-threatening movement. The system doesn't filter. The feeling of being watched, even when alone. Another ancient detection system. In the ancient world, not feeling watched when you were watched was the mistake that ended lives. Public speaking fear. The most common fear in modern surveys. 100% ancient origin. In the ancient group, being evaluated by many eyes simultaneously was a genuine status-altering moment. Different stakes. Same ancient alarm. The system cannot tell the difference. The unease before a storm. Another ancient survival signal. An exposed ancient human in a sudden storm faced lightning, flash floods, hypothermia, wariness around deep, fast water. Not irrational. Ancient humans drowned crossing rivers, crowd anxiety, unknown people in close proximity. An ancient multi-group threat signal. Sleeplessness before a challenging day. Your nervous system is preparing. Ancient pre-battle readiness. Ancient hunters didn't sleep well the night before a major hunt either. The feeling of being followed. You are running a tracking detection system that also watches for being tracked. Sudden unease in a natural setting with no obvious cause. Something below conscious perception detected something. Darkness, heights, snakes, rejection, crowds, being watched, being followed. All ancient, all in you. You are running ancient equipment in a modern world. That is the condition of being human right now. You cannot delete the equipment, but you can understand it. When the darkness alarm fires, you know what it is. You know why it fires. That knowledge matters. The height alarm tells you where the edge is. That's still useful information. Even on a safe balcony, the rejection alarm tells you a social bond is strained. Still useful, not survival level. The same system, the same bells, 50,000 years apart, running in both of you. Same alarm. Appropriate context versus inappropriate context. The mismatch is not the alarm's fault. Acknowledge the signal, assess the actual current threat, respond to the real situation, not the ancient one. Use the signal. Don't be used by it. Ancient humans processed fear communally, named it, shared it. The fire circle was group therapy before therapy existed. Telling someone about your fear reduces it, not because of modern psychology, because of ancient design. A nightlight is not weakness. It is accommodation of an ancient system that kept humans alive, checking that the doors are locked. Ancient perimeter security check. Still feels necessary. It was necessary. Choosing the seat that faces the door. Unconscious threat monitoring. Completely ancient. Ancient humans camped with their backs protected. Same instinct. Different furniture. Stopping on a trail because something feels wrong. Trust that. It has better data than your conscious mind, the gut feeling, not mystical. Your enteric nervous system processing environmental data your cortex hasn't reached yet. Music directly accesses ancient emotional systems. That's why it calms fear faster than thinking. Ancient humans use song to regulate collective fear. Group rhythmic sound calms individual nervous systems. Exercise reduces anxiety because the ancient threat response was designed to end in physical movement. Fight or flight runs on cortisol designed to be burned off by movement. Sitting with anxiety keeps it circulating. Sitting by a real fire is uniquely calming. The ancient safety signal is specific to actual fire. Fire meant the perimeter was secure. The group was together. You could finally relax. That specific relaxation from a candle or fireplace, the ancient system recognizing its safety signal, time in nature reduces anxiety. The ancient system was calibrated for natural environments. It recognizes home. Time with trusted people reduces threat monitoring. The ancient group safe signal, walking in nature with a trusted person. Multiple ancient calming signals active simultaneously. The original recipe for human calm. Fire, food, trusted group, clear perimeter. Still works. From why do I feel like this to I know why I feel like this. These fears are yours. They are old, they are inherited, they are not wrong. They are the same fears that kept every ancestor of yours alive. The next time the lights go off and something in you wakes up, say hello to it. The next time heights make your chest tight, acknowledge the ancient system doing its ancient job. The next time rejection stings more than it should, you know what's firing and why. You are not broken, you are ancient. Every generation survived the dark. Every one of them felt what you feel. The same darkness, the same stars, the same ancient nervousness looking up, and the same fire they built to push it back. Which ancient fear hits you hardest? Darkness? Heights? Social rejection? Tell me in the comments. The comments are the campfire. It all started there, under that sky, in that dark. Every night for 300,000 years, the dark came. They lit the fire. They survived. Tonight, when the lights go off, you know what wakes up. You know its name. You know its age. It is 50,000 years old. It kept your family alive for every generation before you. Say hello to it, and then go to sleep. It will keep watch while you rest. It always has. 300,000 years of humans who were afraid of the dark and survived it anyway, because they had fire and each other. See you around the fire. The fire is still burning.